Girls when they find a stick. You. Don't touch it, it's dirty. Boys when they find a stick. I think I grabbed the wrong bed frame from the IKEA warehouse. I wish we lived in the good old days, when relationships were about romance. Yes, when men gave flowers and wrote poetry for women. Relationships in the past. Lay your dot, marry my son and I will give you 5 cows. Deal. Hot doctor costume. Girls versus boys. Don't have any razors. Had to improvise. The girl you like. Her father. Her brother. Her first love. Her ex. You. It's badass when people stand in front of shit they destroyed. Girl's pocket. Half a phone. Boy's pocket. Knight armor. Long sword. Trebuchet. Defensive walls. Teachers, we are going to 1340 Europe. Girls. Ugh. 1340 Europe is so boring. Boys. 21st century soldiers. No, how can we engage without satellite footage, radio beacons and infrared vision? Calm down, soldier, I'm calling in an airstrike, it will get the job done for us. 17th century soldiers. We will form a line and start catching shrapnel with our faces. Yes. Girls sleepover. Who is your crush? Boys sleepover. Imagine farting so good that the king gives you a 30-acre estate. Imagine someone farting so good that you're reading about them right now. 900 years later. Roll in the farter. Why do apples float? Because they're witches. Teacher, today class we are going to be learning about the Crusades. Girls. Ugh. Boys. Medieval sites and cartoons. Medieval cities in reality. You versus the guy she tells you not to worry about. Girls posing for our pictures. Boys posing for our pictures. Nobody. Medieval frog defending his child from fire skeleton. Or, telekinetic frog flays local man who doesn't understand personal space. When she looks through your phone but all she can find is Babel course ancient Egyptian. Firefighting techniques in Egypt in the 1st and 2nd century BC. What date did the Library of Alexandria burn down? How to build a time machine. People, how are you still single? You're pretty. You're so funny. You're so smart. Me. Hissing in ancient language of trees and mud. Oh dear husband, the men with beards are truly thou fairest. Oh so now you like beard? You like the new style all clean and I want divorce. Parents, just because your child is smiling at their phone doesn't mean they have a boyfriend or girlfriend. Maybe they're just looking at medieval arrow loops. My parents at 25. This looks like a fine place to raise our children. Me at 25. I will never financially recover from this purchase. How people think medieval politics work. How it actually works. Had the audacity to deviate from my usual black clothing and wear a gray knitted tunic and just got asked how the Crusades went. Boys, let's slay dragons. Girls. Jesters in fiction. Please stop making fun of me. I only wish to be freed from this living nightmare. Jesters in reality. I am fed, clothed, well paid, I can insult the king without consequences and I am in some cases among his most important advisors. When your boy best friend, finally gets a nice and caring girlfriend, you are happy for him but at the same you are afraid to lose your friend. Because you are a girl. I spent countless hours turning aluminum welding wire into this chainmail blanket. Why? I like having weight on me when I sleep, and I like to be cool. The heat dissipating properties and weight of aluminium are perfect for this. Girls, ugh, seriously, why is she wearing the same outfit as me? Me and the boys. My parents at age 34. Let's have a 4th baby. Yes. Me at age 34. Let's buy a 4th helmet. When you're just starting out in the game but they let you keep the legendary weapon from tutorial. Girls in the desert. Boys in the desert. My lord, I could not find a sword. But I've heard this is mightier. Medieval people. I'll put dragons here to indicate danger and unknown lands. Modern people. There were dragons back then. How do I get one of these in my house? Your butt napkins, my liege. Girls in history class. Boys, thank you all for not you being superior. Siege engines. Run, tell them Goths are coming. Hurry, we cannot hold much longer, Rome must be warned. Modern boys waking up. Even if I have a doze alarms I can't wake up. Medieval men waking up. Thank you, rooster, it is time to labor. I got you man. Girl's pocket. Boy's pocket. Nasty little hobbit's pocket. 1216. I bet there will be flying carts in the future. 1646. Cat armor. I'm sure you'll find someone one day. 20 years later. Enough with the zodiac signs. What's your favorite medieval helmet? Spangen helm. Barbute. Bassinet. Great helm. Kettle hat. Armet. Frog mouth. Huntskull. Scallop. Guys with hair like this have a 125% chance of launching a 90 kg projectile 300 meters. My brave husband died defending our farm from raiders. Before the other men of our village could come and drive off the attackers. Please, when I die, bury me with a sword. 1,000 years later. The inhabitant of a medieval grave in Finland may have been non-binary, a new study finds. Lance is an uncommon name nowadays, but in medieval times people were named Lance a lot. Medieval wars in movies. Have it the varlet. Charge. Medieval wars in reality. We're just gonna sit in here for 2 years, and we'll sit out here for 2 years. Read the room, Jerry. Medieval Europe. Medieval Europe in movie, documentaries. Adding medieval weapons to dogs playing on the beach needs to become a thing. If I ever win the lottery, I'm not telling anyone, but there will be signs. Guys with helmets like this have a 125% chance of stealing Yo Holy City. Random person. I wish we could go back to the good old days. Literally any historian. Girls' locker room. Ugh, PE sucks, I hate PE. Boys' locker room. Subscribe and like the video, or that dog will steal your trebuchet. The bug we found on the school playground. The boys. The girls. Girls with a time machine. Who are you? We are the granddaughters of the witchers they didn't burn. Boys with a time machine. You have time-traveling witchers in your settlement. Thank you, descendant. I'll get the stakers. Buys heavily ripped jeans entirely so I can wear my greaves under them. Every little thing she does is magic. Burn her. Girlfriend. Why don't you take off that battle armor and slip into something a bit more comfortable? Me. I am most comfortable when I am impervious to most physical forms of attack. Remember that time a Viking reenactor took down a drone with a spear at a medieval festival. They carved him a commemorative runestone. Historians 1,000 years in the future. What the hell happened here? When you're dead inside, but at least the planet's pretty. Some of you guys are alright. Don't come to the Holy Land tomorrow. You. The guy she tells you not to worry about. Who are you? I'm you but medieval. Women in 16th century. The church. She can't do that. Burn her, or something. Women with a time machine. I'm your granddaughter. Really? Man with a time machine. Kneel before the new king and his magic horse. Peasants. History teacher. Can anyone name an important medieval battle? Me. None shall pass. Boys with hair like this have a 125% chance of reclaiming the Holy Land. People in the Dark Ages were uneducated dirty peasants. The Dark Ages. When you're dead but you remember that you forgot to delete your browser history. You fool. No catapult can destroy me. I am no catapult. When you tell someone it is possible to throw a 90 kg projectile over 300 meters. Is it possible to learn this power? Not from a catapult. When you want to cuddle but you still have trust issues. Dear parents, just because your child is smiling at their phone doesn't mean they have a boyfriend or girlfriend. Maybe they are just looking at paintings of trebuchets. What fashion designers think horses want. What horses really want. Oh, that's hot? That's hot? When all the girls posting about the 10th anniversary of One Direction, but no one remembered the 872nd anniversary of the Siege of Damascus during the Second Crusade. When you can retake the Holy Land but not her heart. Crusader, Crusader, Crumatter, Cruglater. The two types of drunk. Report. Catapult industry won't survive another year without medieval war breaking out. When you're trying to have a nice relaxing bonfire, but accidentally summon a Hell Knight riding a nightmare. When you have to retake the Holy Land at 6 but your sleepover is at 7. Come on Witcher, take your coin. The movie. This film is historically accurate. The film. This is how people in Florida get around own. European archer, Manchurian archer, Japanese archer, American archer. Did I lock the gate? Constantinople 1453. Enough with the zodiac signs. What's your favorite medieval polearm? Ranseur, halberd, glaive, poleaxe, gizarm, speedum, partisan, fauchard, volge, bec de corbin, lucerne hammer, military fork, spear, bardiche. Your mother is so fat. The Dark Brotherhood will need 2 contracts. How society wants men to dress. How men really want to dress. Girls' locker room. I hate PE. Boys' locker room. Quick human facts. 100% of the people that lived in the 15th century are dead. POV. You fall asleep first at the sleepover. If people tell you that you have too many swords, stop talking to them. You don't need that kind of negativity. The perfect girl isn't exy. Boys, heavy breathing. Dear, please go to psychologist. You are not a knight of the 14th century. What a cool halberd. Fellas, if your girl has silver hair, shows cleavage, and wears jewelry, then that's not your girl. That's Geralt of Rivia. B enters classroom. Girls in the room. Boys in the room. Swords out. It's time for a crusade. Me measures the radius and surface area of the circle. The other knights of the round table. While I 100% believe that people in the past had far more potent alcohol and drugs than we do now, I'm also absolutely certain that a single drop of Baja Blast would cause a medieval peasant to spontaneously combust from flavor and refreshment overload. And I want armor for the cat. But lady, do I speak Chinese or what? I said armor for the cat. Taking away their weapons at the end of the Middle Ages just made bunnies more proficient in hand-to-hand combat. On a scale of medieval helmet, how are you feeling today? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Santa Claus. Trebuchet. Brings presents. Brings destruction. Needs reindeers for transportation. Is self-propelled. Comes only once a year. Always available when you need it. Old and fat. Lean and powerful. Comes through the chimney. Tears down entire buildings. Reads your letters. Already knows your deepest desires. Is a product of imagination. Is a product of skilled artisans. Classist. Treats rich and poor equally. Kids love him. Courtesans love it. Recognizable by the sound of the bells. Recognizable by the roar of your armies. Gives you a nice Christmas feeling. Gives you control of your enemies' towns.